Hello, Kit fans, and welcome back to Talking Kit. We are your favourite rankers on the internet. It is myself, Double A, and we've got James and obviously Sean. Sean, you can come off mute, mate, and talk to us. It's absolutely fine, mate.
No, I had a load of updates come up saying update this, update that, and it was messing my screen up. But I'm back now.
Lovely stuff. So yeah, welcome to another. Well, that's fine. Welcome to another edition of Full Kit Rankers, where we talk about 10 kits and show you their positions from the panel that have all scored them individually. Like I say, I am Double A, and that's James, and that is Sean. It's nice to have you both here this week.
Yeah.
You were missing last week, James. Telling jokes, I believe.
Yes, I was in Billingham with a very
Never heard of it.
challenging crowd in the northeast last week on Wednesday. Went all right, but obviously nothing on comparing kits, which is a real comfort considering it was a challenging evening. Yeah, missed it.
Lovely. Me and you met up last night. Unfortunately, we won't talk much about it, but we went somewhere. Was a bit sad, so we left.
Where did you go?
We witnessed a game of football. Frustrating, and it's weird, isn't it? Like the season shouldn't be over this soon, but it sort of is now. So
it's
hence Schalke's third kit coming out tonight. So, but I mean, it brings us on nicely to Sean, I guess, because he was out last night.
Yeah, he said, where were you? Like, you didn't get an invite. We didn't get an invite to where you were.
Yeah, but I wanted the invite first off you before I would invite you.
That's not how it works.
Yeah, so I was at Edgeley Park last night. Iconic stadium.
Okay.
To witness a 3-0 drubbing. Still top of the leagues. Yeah, 3-0 against Notts County. 17 wins out of 18. Top of the league.
You're looking good.
I said it years ago. Sleeping Giant. Championship in 4 seasons, I reckon.
Okay. We'll hold that. We can clip that in 4 years.
The atmosphere looked. Some of your clips on your social media, Sean. It was like a Fenerbahce away. Some of it.
It was
just
rowdy,
missing. All it was missing was Graham Souness with a big flag. It was 8,000 there. The streets of Edgeley High Street were booming. Flares going off. A man with a drum. And 8,000 there last night for a conference game. Tuesday night.
Well done. Excellent. So it looks like you're done to get promoted. We'll have to go to a game because there's no other football for me to watch this season. So it looks like I'll be looking for another team. So I'm happy to take on Stockport as my adopted team.
Well, we're still in the FA Trophy as well, so a trip to Wembley is on the cards.
Well, 100%. We're up for it then. Right, so should we get into this week's episode then? Shall we introduce our guest? We've spoken enough. People are sick of us. Do you want to see some different faces? Saying that, one face that's here every week. As you may know him now, he is the Sultan of the kit community, the granddaddy. There's a rumour going around this week. He was at a football game and he kicked someone in the crowd for daring to insult his kit knowledge. It is, of course, Josh, a.k.a. the Kitsman. Good evening, sir.
Hey up, mate. You all right?
Hey.
Yeah. I just drop kick someone. It's what I do. It's the ones you don't expect, innit?
Yeah, it is. It's always the quiet ones.
Yeah.
Exactly. How you doing? Good week so far?
Oh, it's great. Do you know who's in town?
The boys?
The boys are in town, but there is a boy in town. Joaquin Phoenix is just down the road.
Oh, lovely. What's he there for?
He's here for a couple of nights, filming a film in our lovely little cathedral. So Hollywood has found its way to Lincoln finally. So basically just sort of like star spotting at the moment. And yeah, just loving life really, living a dream and all that malarkey.
And you're excited to rank with us tonight?
Oh, absolutely.
Couldn't get Joaquin on for tonight just to compare a few of these kits.
Oh, he's coming. He's coming. He said he's in a red Metro, but it's not come yet.
No, fair enough.
Before we get the other two panelists on, we should mention it was a big week for the channel. Thanks to yourself. Little pulling behind the strings behind the scenes. We were on footy headlines the last episode. The channel went mad. The views. I mean, to say it was the most views we've had on a video is an understatement, really. I think at the moment it's just close to 1,800, which is absolutely brilliant. So if you are watching, it is your first time talking kit and you're coming from that article, do make sure that you're liking, get commenting on the video. I think last week the comments are going quite mad, to be fair. So yeah, get involved in the show. That's what we like. And also, hit subscribe. Get help us grow. It costs nothing. Takes 2 seconds. And you get to spend every Wednesday with us which is what everyone wants, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Male, female, dog, cat, hedgehog, whatever. So thanks for that, Josh. It was much appreciated, mate. And you deserve
No, it's quality. It's good to see something that's deserved, mate, really. Efforts we put in.
Yeah. It's great. So here's to the future. So that's it's worth mentioning. It's been a decent week for the channel. So right, let's get into this episode then. So we've got 2 guests on, 2 newbies to the channel. Like I say, we do like to get some guests back. Hopefully these 2 enjoy it enough that they want to come back again in the future. So first up, we've got Paul from Football Kit Box. Evening, Paul. You okay?
Hey guys, how's it going? How you keeping?
We're absolutely fine, mate. We're glad you've come to join us this Wednesday evening to come and rank some shirts. It's
I'm honored. Thanks so much for having me. I'm delighted to be here.
It's always a surprise when people say yes, mate, to be honest with you. So I'm just glad that you're here. I put the messages out, and when they say yeah, I'm like, thank God for that. I ain't got to ask my mum to come on because she knows nothing about football kits. But we'll have a little bit of chat later on. Interesting to know. I don't know if you mind me saying it, but when I sent you the shirts and you come back saying, not a massive fan of most of them, to be honest. Tonight should be fun then. Tonight should be absolutely fun hearing.
I have ranked them honestly, though.
But that's all we can ask for. That's all we can ask for. And last but not least, I said behind the scenes, we've done a stream together on another channel. Big Manchester United fan. Wait till you see his setup. It makes mine look like I've got bin bags up. He's a great guy. Great opinions on football. If you've seen some of his videos on YouTube of his reactions, I think there was one up on, is it Maguire after the derby? It was absolutely hilarious. I'll get him to give you the details on that. It's well worth watching. It is Sunshine. How you doing,
Hey
son?
guys,
Okay?
I'm good, man. How are you?
We're all good, mate. Glad to
Thanks
have
for
you
having
here.
me on. Thanks for having me on, man.
No, of course, mate. As soon as I knew I needed a United fan for this theme that we're doing, so
I'll be honest, mate. I normally, because I like sports, you see, so being a United fan for 20 years is okay, but then it's come to a stage where I thought, you know what, I might just have to follow the New York Knicks. That's my basketball team. And I thought, they're also awful as well. So now, if anyone knows any Bulls teams going around, anyone's got any grannies or nannies that can, you know what I mean, catch a team with, I'm more than happy to make tea and biscuits for them while they're playing balls. No problem.
I know exactly how you feel. If it wasn't for football shirts, I think I'd be getting involved in cricket at the moment. That's how bad it is. But that's the thing. Obviously, we put the show together before obviously last night happened, so it's kind of a bit bittersweet that we're obviously talking and viewing some Manchester United shirts. So this week, obviously after last weekend, Ronaldo becoming the highest scorer, recognised by FIFA, the highest scoring male in football. I thought, why not rank 10 shirts that he's worn during his career, and it spans his whole career. We're not going to be biased and just do 10 United shirts or 10. I think it's a nice varied mix from his whole career. Did anyone enjoy ranking these shirts quickly?
No.
You know what? Me personally, being a United fan, I did. It took me back to not obviously the Ronaldo era, but just from the Sporting Libs and up until obviously 08. It was just nice to get some flashbacks to those memories of him scoring certain goals in them shirts. I was like, a little tear in my eye, and then I thought about last night, and I was just like, I've got a stream to do with these guys, man. Just put yourself together. was a bit mad.
I think we've all been there.
I think for me as well, being a United fan, it's like normally I go off a style of a shirt, and I was like, but I like that one because of this reason. So it was a different way to rank it this week for me.
Is that how you ranked it, James? Is that how you did it?
Yes and no. I was like, I like this one, but I also remember that particular goal or that particular player
fair
in
enough.
that kit. So yeah,
I just did it. I just did it on drip, straight. What's great? What is absolutely trash? So I'm sorry. No bias on this one. No emotional attachments. Just straight. Good looks.
It's a good way to do it. And quickly before we go into the shirts, he's obviously known as the GOAT to some people. Is he the GOAT for anyone here? Would you class him as the best player of all time?
Yeah.
Has to be.
Of all time or
stats don't lie, do they?
I guess
you can't deny. You just can't deny a person that's able to adapt. Like for the guys, people forget this. People think it's just goals with this guy. This guy had the talent before. Like you find me another player that was a talented winger, won his Ballon d'Or as a winger, then adapted his talent after his knee injury to go and be a striker, learn how to be that position, and still don't have as much talent as Messi, but still be classed in the same bracket as him. What separates him from others is more than just talent. There's intangibles that we don't speak about, but he's just amazing, man. And a big fact, I've got to give it to you. I'm sorry, as a United fan, I've got to give it to you. 407 of his goals out of 807 that he scored have either been to tie or win a game. That mentality attached to all of them goals, I'm sorry, you won't. Talent doesn't do that alone.
There we go. So now,
Good
obviously,
stats
after that,
great stats. Already sort of eclipsed anything we were going to bring to the table tonight. But yeah, cheers for that.
Yeah, I didn't have anything. Oh, the only thing I was going to say is I saw someone say, obviously they call him the GOAT, but maybe he's the greatest athlete of all time, rather than footballer.
I'd agree. Yeah, Maradona could be a better footballer for me. I think he was the best ever natural footballer.
Yeah.
But Ronaldo definitely pushed himself further than anyone else.
Yeah.
Pushed the boundaries over and over. So athlete could be a fair summation.
Sorry, it was over a longer period of time with Ronaldo as well, weren't it?
Yeah.
That's
20 years, yeah.
True.
Definitely.
20 years nearly.
Yeah.
And it's a completely different game as well, that they're playing as well. The modern era is a lot more taxing on the body. Maradona only had to go to the nightclub every Friday night to keep going,
yeah,
some of that party powder, didn't it, to keep him going.
He did. So that's enough sensible football talk from us. Let's get into the kits. So we're going to go for number 10. Coming 10th in our list with a measly 14 points, not liked by anyone. It is the first shirt that he wore for Real Madrid, if it decides to come up. It is the 09-10 home shirt from Real Madrid. I'm not sure why this isn't happening. Obviously, live streaming for you. Let's try this again, and we'll get it up.
You know the classic phrase: "Never work with children, animals, or kits." Aaron, you should know this.
Well, yeah, that's exactly right, James. That's exactly right. Let's do it. So yeah, what? Obviously, we'll get the picture up. But obviously, we'll go through it. So it wasn't liked by a lot of people. Myself, I put this 9th on my list. 3 people put it dead last. James, so you're so vocal. You put it 10th on your list. So let's start with you, mate.
Yeah.
What are you not so keen on this shirt, mate?
I think you could guess my main reason for this shirt.
It's the reason why I put it in. I'll tell you that now.
Yeah. So obviously, this show is a little bit different to others in the sense that it's about Ronaldo, and in this first season, obviously he was part of the same team as Raul, and therefore he wore number 9. And I know that others are going just purely based on looks on this one, but it just didn't look right for me that he was wearing that number, that aesthetic. I also think as well, I think of Ronaldo and his pomp at Real Madrid. This wasn't. I think he still had maybe a season or 2 after that to sort of really get to them heights. I just think there's better kits in the rankings, to be honest. So for those reasons, that's why I scored it 10th. And the fact that a few of us have done that as well suggests that that's the reason for it.
Yeah, still there's some issues that the shirts don't want. Deciding they don't want to show themselves today. So we'll move on quickly. Paul, you also had it 10th on your list, mate. Why do you feel this is the worst kit out of the bunch that we've given to you?
The best or the worst?
Sorry, why is it the worst? Sorry.
Oh yeah. Phew, I was thinking I had my list upside down for a second. It's just nothing to it. It's just too plain for me. The bare yellow piping and it's just too boring. Don't like the sponsor. It's not regal enough for me for a Real Madrid shirt. When they get it right, there's something with a bit of finesse, you know. It's crisp and it's white and it signifies something, you know. I just don't think that had any class.
Yeah, no, I think it. Yeah, the next two high almost looks like a turtleneck for me. Not a fan of that shirt at all. The last person to have it last was you, Sunshine. Give us your thoughts on this one and why it isn't the greatest shirt that Ronaldo's wore for you.
Well, let's be honest, just look at it, man. You could try. You literally, if anyone was trying to frame this shirt, you put it in a shirt, you put it in your frame, you have to try and neaten the angles out and everything else. That yellow line would still be doing all this. That is not. That's been hand stitched by, I don't know, probably by Margaret. It's not. Let's be honest. This is not a good shirt, man. And you talk about Real Madrid. Like, we say Real Madrid, you have to really like roll the R in the Real Madrid. That does not scream Real Madrid. That just says Real Madrid. Like, you know what I mean? That's a knockoff. Like, that's weak. It's weak. Very, very weak. The coloring, the stitching, it's just a badge, man. Like, you could have got away with just having the badge, I'll be honest, and it would have looked better. So, yeah, disappointed in that one.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I don't know what's happening. The shirts are just not coming up at all. I'll keep trying, but we'll have to try and talk. Technical issues are just stopping the shirts and showing for some reason. So we'll just move on. So Josh, you had it 6 on your list. Let us know why.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't think it's scathing. I mean, I do like the individuality of it. I must admit the actual badge looks quite lost, like you were saying. Just seemed to be a little bit. Well, we'll pop that there because it can't go anywhere else. It looks a bit uneven, a bit unbalanced. I must admit the B-win com. I mean, yeah, it's messy. It's training shirt at best, isn't it? I must admit, it's not really sort of got that, like you say, that Real regal feel. It's a bit of a mess. Real, yeah. It's a real mess.
Hey.
It's a real mess. It is, and like James said, the number 9, it just doesn't suit it at all for me. Not a nice at all. So we'll finish off with you, Sean. 7th on your list. Give us your thoughts on it and also your night out rating, please.
Actually, night out rating is a lot more than kit rating, I think. Night out rating, I'd say 7 out of 10. I think it's a bit different to the Real shirts, isn't it? It has got training top vibes. It's like a training top template. On late reflection, I do like the gold piping, though. I think it's just a bit different. But yeah, the sponsor spoils it, doesn't it?
Definitely different. You're right there. I'd agree with
that. And Ronaldo's number doesn't affect my judgment one bit.
It should.
James.
Oh, it doesn't.
It doesn't. Okay, so there we go. With 14 points, number 10 on our list, it is the Real Madrid 09 to 2010 home shirt. The first shirt that Ronaldo wore after his move from Manchester United to Real Madrid. Coming dead last for us. We will move on. Still trying to get these shirts up, unfortunately. Proving difficult at the moment. Number 9 with 24 points. It is the Real Madrid 17 to 18 home shirt, which was the last shirt that he wore for Real Madrid before his move to Juventus. I put his 7th on my list. I think we, on the episode last week, the new Real Madrid shirt for next season was similar colours, that sort of that teal, purpley teal. So I don't mind it too bad. It's why it's could not come that further down for me. Paul, we'll start with you. You had it 7th as well as me. A lot of people actually had it about this this score. So 7.
It's something classy about it. I like the monochrome. I like the sponsor being the same as the Adidas and the stripes and that little piping. Although I was giving out about the piping in the last shirt, the piping kind of works because it's a little bit different and it sort of frames the center of the shirt. So it's not bad. Yeah, it's a good Real Madrid shirt. It's not a great one, but yeah, that's why I ranked it 7th. Are we freezing? Can you hear me?
Yeah. No, okay.
Yeah, can hear, bro.
Coming through fine.
I think Aaron's trying to get it sorted. I'm wondering if I can just get it up on my screen from my phone, but I don't know if that would work.
You're still trying to bring the kit up. Yeah. Yeah, it probably looks a little bit better in long sleeve as well, maybe.
Yeah, so there's the image of Ronaldo in the long sleeve, isn't there? So I mean, I prefer a long sleeve anyway, in most cases. Yeah, but no, I agree with the piping actually on that one. I also, when Aaron mentioned about the turtleneck on the kit ranked 10th, this one's a much better sort of collar on there.
Am I coming through to you guys? Yeah.
Yeah. Got images now as well.
You see the shirt now, yeah? There we go.
Yes.
Success.
Kind of sort it out for us.
Is that the only shirt that has the world crest up there? Typically they're central, are they? On other shirts?
I think the purple one did. The purple one did as well. I'm sure the black and the purple one that they had. I'm sure they did that same season.
I wouldn't know about that, but yeah, it does look odd up in that corner above the Adidas logo. It's going through the scores again. Josh, you had it 7th as well, mate. Yeah, let us know why, please.
It's just not very memorable, is it? I mean, I think with a lot of the Real Madrid kits, there aren't any that really stick out. Well, there are obviously. You've got the Tekka ones, from back in the day. Kelme's efforts and whatnot. But I think the Adidas era, it's just a bit. There are some absolutely classic shirts, but mainly sort of away and third offerings. But this one, I mean, they are Los Blancos, aren't they? They don't really sort of. They are, a very plain sort of home shirt. I know, but there's none that I've seen recently with Adidas that have sort of wowed me as such. And I think this is another one which is just forgettable. I mean, I wouldn't know really what season this was unless you told me. Nothing really sort of shines out about it. I do like the teal secondary colour. They do like to flip their secondary colours, don't they? This one was quite a nice one for that. Doesn't stick out too much. It's quite a tasteful colour, but just meh. It's just not, it's not one which will be remembered, I don't think, for its looks.
Well, there we go. They're the thoughts of Josh putting it 7th in his list. Yeah, Sunshine, I don't know if you've been yet, mate, but you put it 6th. You put a place higher than me, James, Josh, and Paul. So you liked it a little bit more than us. You feeling the drip on this one?
I like it. I took into consideration that when I think of Real Madrid, of course, the home shirt, the crisp white is so important. But like, I don't know how much you guys like colours and fashion, but like ice white for me, that's the closest when it was fresh that you were going to get to an ice white shirt. It was like the white wasn't obviously so sweaty and crimply there, but and Ronaldo's got a nip on there, which ain't helping my case right now.
Coming through, yeah, but, that's always a bonus.
But yeah, I'll be honest. The ice white for me, it is bright. It's like that is Madrid. You shine out, and it's hard to find a white shirt without making it plain and boring. And I think the teal for that season was just perfect. I think it was during a time when, let's say pre-retro shirts started to come out in patterns and designs. It's like, I'm going to just try and flip the boat a little bit here and just see if I can get away with adding something different. And for me, for Madrid, I thought that is a clean shirt. The badge, I think it was is it the FIFA World Cup badge? Is it?
World Club Championships,
isn't it? Yeah, Club World. I'm not a big fan of that. I'll be honest. That's why it didn't make it as high. I would have put it 5th otherwise. But again, my solid reason for putting it 6th was just, again, that shirt for me. I think the white was perfect. It was neat. It was clean. It was tidy. And I did appreciate the color that they put through there. The badge, the FIFA Club World badge, I think could have been done if they put it under the number or something like that on the back, so it wasn't a distraction. They'd have an even more clean shirt. But yeah, that's why it was my 6th.
Yeah, some good points there. Sean, just dead quick, your night out rating on this one?
I like white on a night out. 8 out of 10, I reckon.
8 out of 10, lovely
Ooh.
stuff.
Yeah, I don't like the postage stamp club championship badge, though. It's just well out of place.
Yeah, it doesn't look great on that shirt at all. And finishing off with you, James, you had it 7th as well. Your overriding thoughts?
Yeah, I agree with Josh, really. Sort of echo what he's saying there. It's very middle of the road for Real Madrid. Nothing really stands out. Not really, they've had better sponsors in the past, if you like, in terms of being sort of memorable. And it's certainly not their best kit. So, yeah, that's why it's scored quite low for me.
Yeah, so there we go. Number 9 on our list, Real Madrid, 2017-2018 home shirt. The last shirt worn by Ronaldo during his time in the capital of Spain. 24 points for that one on our list. So we shall move on quickly to number 8, and it's our first international shirt that was worn by Ronaldo. And it's the one from 2006. The reason I've chosen this was obviously this was when he became the winker after getting Rooney sent off against England. I put this number 4 in my list. I like Portugal in a darker sort of shade that they wear, so this is why I got quite high up, and I just quite think it's a nice Portugal shirt. Looking through everyone else's scores, James, we'll start with you, mate. You and Paul both put this 9th on your list, so clearly not fans of this one. Tell us why you didn't like it so much.
Yeah, perhaps the nostalgia of the United shirts to come in this kit rankings got the better of me. But yeah, you know what? Looking at it there, it's not a bad. It's not. I agree with you. The darker color is good. Quite like the green collar as well. But for me, I don't know. Did I place it wrong? I don't think so. Just international kits can be a little bit hit and miss, and this is okay. Is this a night template by any chance?
I think maybe could have been for night shirts. I'd have to look at other night shirts from that period. Maybe could be.
Just don't think it doesn't really jump out at me. You think of international tournaments, and sometimes a country can steal the show just pure. Forget about performances, just purely based on the kit and how smart it looks. And this, for me, just doesn't really hit the mark. So that's why I scored it lowly this week. That's it.
Fair enough.
Crucify me. It's fine. I'm ready for the criticism.
It's all right. Paul, you put it 9th as well, mate. So you clearly agree with James. And also, you're not far off its final ranking, one place higher than you put it. So, yeah, why are you not so keen on this shirt?
Yeah, it's too plain for me. The tone of the colour and the collar carry a lot of weight. Basically those two things carried over the line. There's nothing else going on for me. So I know sometimes tournament shirts are kind of minimalist to allow for the lettering and the numbers in the front and stuff like that. But again, with the intricate crest, it's kind of like, we don't need to do anything else. So don't get me wrong, as a proud Irishman, I love the shenanigans and the whole Rooney incident. As a Man United fan, I can imagine it was a funny dressing room afterwards. But for that instance, I do like it, obviously. But on its own merits, not for me.
No, that's absolutely fine. We all had opinions. Sean, you put it middle of the road for you in 5th. So tell me why it's not that great for you.
I think this one was the best of the worst. No, the best of the. Well, sorry, 6th downwards. I didn't like any of the kits. This was the only one I liked, and upwards. Okay. Reminds me of like Luis Figo a little bit, and
he played in it. I think.
Like Nuno Gomez and players like that, and
Pauletta.
I think that was one of my second favourite World Cup as well, 06, I think. Second or third. Despite us going out to them. It's classic Portugal, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, not that classic.
Is that a statement or a question, Sean? I don't know.
You don't need to answer it. It's not a statement.
Night out rating, quickly.
7.5.
7.5. Okay. And we will come with you, Sunshine. You put this 7th. Tell us why you put it there.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. The thing, it would have been a lot lower if it wasn't for the colour. The burgundy for me, as opposed to the red, was at that time, at that era, was like, oh, this is different. I'm trying to throw my mind back to when I first saw them and how I felt then, as opposed to what I know now, because I've seen so many kits, and I'm sure we all have. Up until now, it now looks like, oh, this is a bit dead. But back then, for me, this burgundy colour, I was like, oh, this is different. And I remember thinking, well, the Portugal flag's red and green and gold, and this isn't red. So, that for me already looked great. And I like the green trimming around the neck. If you look at the socks and I think the shorts as well, there's like a trim around especially around the knee, near the knee of the socks. Like, it just brings everything together, the little touches of green. And I really like that.
Great colorway.
And I just thought that, that green, that burgundy, it's a nice color palette on the eye. So, the gold, you can see the gold of the number. If you've got a bit of gold on any kit, it looks quite cool. But the gold in particular with those colors separates the green and the brown nice. It's not too overpowering. So from a drip standpoint, and it's clean. It was neat. We saw the Real Madrid one before with the postage badge, and this is what I expect for Real Madrid and that shirt. Just keep it clean, keep it neat. You've got that one color that's different. Not too much. So I appreciated this one. But again, I did think there was others that were a little bit more funky and cooler than this one. So yeah, that's me.
Awesome. And Josh, you've had it second. So I'm guessing you agree with a lot of what Sunshine had to say. Tell us why it was so high for you.
Yeah, it's just another example, isn't it, of everybody's different opinions on what a football shirt is. For me, I have personal sort of like connections to it, but I owned it. I think I bought it from JJB before it turned into Sports
What
Direct.
a store, mate. Shake your hand if I could.
Yeah.
JJB, legend.
Money in Dave Whelan's pocket there for that one.
I know. JJB, I remember it. Well, I think it was on a rail or something, and just sort of like sticking out, and I thought, I think it was about like 15 quid, something like that, and I picked it up, and I just absolutely just wore it to oblivion. I mean, I wore it to almost every single night at six-a-side. So for me, that looks a different shade on here as well. Like when I had it, it seemed a bit sort of like lighter. It was genuine. But it's weird because it does.
That's because you wore it all summer every day.
That's it. Yeah, just faded. But no, I do like the deep sort of burgundy. I do think that looks really nice. It harkens back, doesn't it, to sort of like the older shirts, but yet still has that sort of modern vibe about it. I do like the minimalist sort of feeling about it. I like the little green accents. I think that really sort of makes it complete. Again, I'm probably ranking it high just simply because it's a shirt I'm fond of, I owned. And I think sometimes that emotion comes into why you rank a kit higher than somebody else. So, fan of it, but maybe for not the other reasons other people are.
And that's why we're all here, mate. Differing opinions. It makes a show. That if we all felt the same, there'd be no show, would there? So, there we go. Number 8 on the list, the Portugal 2006 home shirt, coming in with 30 points. It starts a run now of sort of 4 or 5 kits that are all separated by 1 or 2 points. So. The first one, number 8, Portugal 2006, coming 8th on our list. Moving on to the next shirt. Now, it is the Manchester United first shirt of Manchester United. It is the 06 to 07 away shirt, the white with the black and gold. He wore this. I think the most famous goal was the header against Roma. Reason why I've put this in the list this time. So for me, it was 5th, middle of the road. Not a great kit for me. It's probably gets higher just because of those moments in it, and that season winning a title for the first time in sort of 2-3 years. So yeah, that's why I got 5th for me. Sean, you put this 3rd in your list. We'll start with you. How come you're such a big fan?
I think it's my favourite United shirt in the list. I don't like United home shirts, connotations and all that. But this is black and gold, good combo. White, like clean, neat. AIG, it's a good sponsor. It's like boxed, uniformed, symmetrical. Classic crest as well, like the little shield around it. And again, I've harks back to that memory of Ronaldo's header against Roma.
Yeah. Night out rating, quickly.
6.5.
Okay. Fair.
So
I didn't realise you got decimals going on there.
I know.
well. He just brings them in whenever he wants.
Absolutely.
It's percentages next week.
Make your mind up, mate. Is it a 6 or a 7?
Out of 100, he does what he wants. That's what he does.
Yeah,
I've got an imperial metric difference.
Up at the end of the scale, because you had it highest, so we'll go down to the lowest, which was Josh. You had this one in 9th, my friend. Tell us why.
It's just disgusting. It's just disgusting. I mean, it's no way near what Man United are all about. I must admit, it's just sort of like very wish-washy. It's almost like, I don't know, someone left on a Friday night and said, I've got this file open. I designed it sort of to a point. Just finish it off over the weekend, drop it back to me on Monday, and that's what happened. I don't know. It's not no redeeming features for me. Again, you bring up a good point, Aaron. Like it's remembered for things like the Ronaldo header against Roma and things like that, which most shirts are remembered for moments. I think maybe that has immortalized that shirt for that reason or for one of those reasons. But for me, it's just it's one of those shirts as well where I don't think it would be referenced to. Yeah, no, I'm just looking at it just now. Black shorts as well to do make it a little bit better because it's got that black sort of like underarm bit as well. Oh, do I like it a little bit more now? Oh, you got to stop doing things.
I just did that with Portugal.
I love it when this happens. This is the best bit of the show for me when people change their minds live.
It is, isn't it? Because
the thing is, we get them through in the week. We get them through in the week, and it's like, yeah, this is how I rank them, and then you see them like on the show, and you're like. Was I a bit harsh there with that one? But
that is it. I'm conflicted now a little bit because showing it like that, like you did before, just flat, just doesn't seem to do much. But in motion, and actually in a match, no, I'm sticking by my guns. It's awful.
Fair enough. Sunshine, you had this 5th in your list, middle of the road. Tell us why.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I had the Madrid home 6th for the similar reasons of just the clean whiteness. But I remember seeing the shirt and not liking it when it first released, and I appreciated the gold, but the black sides, I wasn't a big fan. And then I saw the kit together as a whole, then I appreciated it. So as a shirt on its own, it's not really me. But the kit as a whole, as you see, it was perfect. Of course, the long sleeve, it was great. But Ji-sung Park, absolute legend as well. As you can see in the short sleeve. I thought the kit in its entirety was one of the most cleanest ones I'd seen for a while from that point. I do remember the home shirt, the red one, had also a bit of gold on as well. Yeah. So they had like a theme, and they carried that theme from the home shirt and the... Wait, hold up. Have I got it? Oh, no, it's in the back of my chair. Sorry, it's not put. But yeah, I've got it here somewhere under my coat. It's got like a little bit of a gold trim. They had a theme running through, and I appreciated that. So the kit as a whole, I thought, you know what? You're doing the whole kit, not just a shirt. So yeah, I went with that. I went with that kit. I thought, yeah, that's got to be in the middle. I don't think it's too nasty to be too low, but I do think there's better kits as a whole to be up there. So yeah, a respectable 5th for me.
That's a good point, actually. Are we ranking it in terms of a kit or a shirt? That's it, isn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, sometimes obviously I do send you just a shirt and then a picture of the player in it. I mean, you can make your own. You make your own judgments. You rank it how you want and then tell us why. That's fine.
I mean, with the greatest of respect,
Okay,
if I'm
let's
able
start
to,
all over again then. If we're doing the bullshit, no.
if I'm able
Let's
to,
go
I mean
right back
that's
to the start.
that was a little bit bad for me because obviously the Madrid shirt that I put at the bottom, that shirt was disgusting. I didn't even want to see the shorts and the socks. So, you know, it twos and fro's. But for this one, I just remember it for me personally going, I don't like the shirt, but the kit as a whole was nice, and I actually appreciated it more. So, yeah.
No, yeah, it's absolutely bang on. I mean, that Real Madrid kit was so bad, even StreamYard didn't want us to see it. So that tells you the whole story, doesn't it? James, fifth for you as well, mate. Do you want to give us your thoughts on it?
Yeah. So again, as a United fan, it influenced my scoring. Everything that Sean described that he liked about that kit is what I don't like about it. I don't like the IG being boxed in. I don't like the sort of crest being within the black shield. I don't like that at all. It does look better in motion, as Josh said, but the AIG and the crest for me sort of marks it down. Obviously, we mentioned the Roma goal for Ronaldo. We're forgetting 2006 Villa Park, the Paul Scholes worldie.
My favourite United goal of all time.
With Kurai in jogging bottoms, which I always love on a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
So there's little things like that, little nuggets of information that my brain's retained that's pushed out valuable bits of information from school that make me score this a little bit higher than perhaps I should do.
Yeah.
But it's just interesting that Sean likes those features and they're things that perhaps I don't like.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why for me it's number 5.
Cool. And we'll finish off you, Paul. You had it one place higher than Josh in 8th. Have you got any different or opinions on this than anyone else?
I just think it's a little bit plain. Like the one thing that kind of marked it down for me, I had a couple of versions come through the doors in football kitbox, and a lot of them it didn't age well, and that really kind of annoys me. I like shirts to wear, and I'm a parent of 4 boys, so there's a little bit of practicality. Like I kind of, that's a good jersey. You can wash that a load of times; it'll still stay in good nick,
Nice.
And yeah, I saw a few of them that weren't great, and it kind of put me off them. I did get one that was like brand new with tags, like immaculate condition, and I did actually kind of like it a little bit, but just because it was so pristine for such an age of a shirt. I like that kind of crest, that United one, but yeah, maybe not on the away. And yeah, it's just it doesn't strike me as a Man United kit,
Yeah. So there we go. Just before we move on, shout out to Lucy who's come through and said the name is Full Kit Rankers. Lucy, I'm very happy for you to correlate all the kits together, send them out to everyone, and then score them. If you want to do that and make my job a lot easier, I'm happy. It is called Full Kit Rankers, but sometimes we just do.
This is very true. This is very true. It's been staring us in the face.
I like the fact that we could be super pedantic and do the kit in its full entirety, or we could do what Sean does and just variate from sort of decimal to whatever you feel like as well.
Do what the hell you want. And that's what we're going to do, James.
That's what we're all about.
We want. It's our show. We'll do what we want. So there we go. 7th is the Manchester United 06-07 away. 31 points on that one for you. We'll move on swiftly. Around the same time. So coming in 6th place. The second to last shirt United had for 2 seasons with 31 points. 33 points on this one. Is the home shirt from 04 to 06. Big fan of this. I put this 3rd in my list just due to, obviously, I'm currently collecting the T90 template shirts. Not actually bought this one again. I did have it when it first came out, but I've not actually bought it again, which I need to. So, yeah, that's why it got 3rd for me, just because I'm a big fan and memories. I think this is the shirt. I picked this just because I think it's when Ronaldo started to really come into his own. He started to produce a little bit more. And yeah, that's the reason why I've picked this. Sean, we'll start with you, mate, because you had this 9th on your list. Almost bottom of the pile.
It looks like a bad template, if it is a template. Vodafone, I've always hated Vodafone.
But they give you a bad tariff one year.
Yeah, it cuts deep with me. give me enough data. It's the white swoosh. It just looks. I don't like the unevenness of it, and it just looks very loose. Yeah, I just don't like it aesthetically. Instantly, it's not saying pick that first. It's saying low.
Well, someone who's going to massively. Sorry,
Fair
go
enough,
on.
wait. I like the keeper version of it. I know that's not what we're ranking, but
Yeah.
I like the Barthez in it.
Silver and black, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barthez didn't wear this, did he? I don't think. It was
Roy
Tim
Farrell?
Howard and
Howard,
Farrell
yeah.
and,
Okay
I
then.
think the last season was Van der Sar, so you're well off. Night out rating, if you had to give it one.
1.
Oh.
Red's not good on a night out.
Says you. So someone who's going to disagree with you massively, put it first in his list, is Paul. So tell us, Paul, why is Sean talking out of his backside?
Well, I
It's
actually
my- it's
love
my
those
opinion.
little white
my
accents. If you look at it there on the white background, you can see the Nike influence on it. So it's a really clever marketing gimmick for Nike, I think. And Vodafone kind of ties in with that little nick as well. So I think that is very, very clever. I like the T90 style. The technical construction of this jersey is really well put together, you know. And again, that jersey is going to last, you know. It's really well put together, and it fitted a little bit funny, like there was a little bit of kind of pinching, and I do prefer the year before, like with the black kind of trim behind me here. But yeah, I think it works. I think it really, really came together well. And if you're celebrating Ronaldo, well, that was a really, really good time for him as well, as he started to lose the initial kind of wobbliness and maybe he might have at the start when he was taking too many step overs or some of the crosses weren't getting in, and you know that sort of getting in phase. And again, then in the full kit there with the reverse and the black shorts and the white socks works just as well as the opposite as well. You know, I think it looks really, really good.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, definitely when he stepped out of that show pony phase and started to become that class player that we all know he turned into. Two people put it 8th on the list. Sunshine, you put it 8th. Yeah, let us know what you think of this 04 to 06 home shirt.
I appreciated the cleverness of the Nike. When I first saw it, I remember, they're trying to put a Nike tick, so I saw the swoosh on the wrist, but maybe I'm a perfectionist, but it wasn't clean. Like I could see, it's like I see what you're trying to do, but I think you could have done it better and more crisp. And so I was like, it looks like you've tried a little thing here. Like I'll be honest, where the neck is, it's too thick. It didn't run well with me personally. But the away kit, I don't know if you remember it, the blue and the red.
Yeah.
I genuinely I loved it so much.
There was the blue with the silver on that one. It was
blue silver.
Blue, red
no,
with the AIG, no.
I think the
Vodafone one. Ruud van Nistelrooy was in it. Long sleeve, big baggy.
I think
the blue silver was 03, I believe. Yeah, that was 03. David Beckham.
Yeah, that's 03, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, because wait, if we're doing kit, I can do this. Is appropriate. No, wait. Wait,
you call that a knife?
Right there. You call that a knife. Wait. Here you go. So the one you're showing was this season. Same one this season.
Yeah.
We had this one.
So that's the season before. And
then we had a blue one as well.
The away shirt was exactly the same, obviously, but where it's white, it was red.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they had it's got a red net. Was it gone like a red netting?
Yeah.
On this one, it's Beckham's. I think it's Beckham's last era. This is one of my first ever shirts. But I bought this one and also the blue one with Ruud van Nistelrooy, the long sleeve. But I had I remember him wearing it, and my mum said, "Who do you want in the back?" And I said, "Park." And I believe we just signed Park that season. The blue with the red. It was gorgeous. So I love the red one. But going back to this one here, I was really put off, and it threw me back, and I was like, no, they still, even now looking at it with new eyes or older eyes, you've tried something. I like the idea. It's just not pulled off for me. I think it's not as crisp. So yeah, I didn't rate it too high. Again, the nostalgia brings it higher than the United home 07-08, and of course the Madrid one that we put earlier. So yeah, that was me.
Fair. Josh, 8 for you as well, mate. Yeah, tell us why you didn't like it that much.
Yeah, I get a bit unsettled when things don't sort of like match. Maybe it's just my sort of mild OCD, which comes on very selectively, which I think this is doing right now, and it's just a little bit like, why is it there? Again, I think I mentioned it a little while ago about something that's designed and something that's sort of patterned. For me, like if that had a story behind it, I guess it's maybe meant to be the swoosh, but like you said, it's not overly obvious. And if you've got to explain it to someone, then it's not really done its job. So for me, I mean, I think it's of its time, and a lot of people will like it again for the moments that it was played in. But for me, I don't know, it just doesn't seem to be very together. And for me, I'm based my shirts now on sort of whether or not the design is sort of memorable, and also what the meaning was behind it. And for me, that just looks like, oh, we'll just pop that there, as opposed to, there are some that we didn't quite make the cut. What did they look like? Why did this one get above any others that were designed that season? So yeah, for me, that's kind of it, really.
Yeah, absolutely fair. We'll finish off for you then, James. 4th for you. How come?
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I remember the squad that wore this kit. I feel like I saw the likes of Jemba in this.
Yeah. Kleberson,
Bellion.
Liam Miller.
Miller, PK.
Miller, rest in peace, Miller, yeah.
Yeah, Bellion.
Bellion, I've already said Bellion.
Bellion.
One of my favourites.
Gabriel
Probably the best number
Heinze.
12, apart from Chris Smalling, we've ever had. Who else? Just, and I think like Ronaldo, unlike those players, this kit has stood the test of time a little bit for me. I think this was when United, I mean, obviously it's a template there, but we were sort of, I say we, we were really coming to our own. You obviously mentioned previously there, Van Nistelrooy as well, still getting all the goals before he moved on to Madrid. Really good squad, and I think you've touched on it as well, Aaron. This is when Ronaldo stopped being this trick pony and started to actually deliver, and the papers and the press sort of hounding him as this flop and this player who's not going to make it. And he came into his own here. Gabriel Heinze just sprang to mind there in this kit as well. And again, just things like that have really warped my feelings towards the kits this week. But I do like it. Kit normally for me, or at least a shirt, don't like the badge in the middle. I like to see it on the sort of on the heart, sort of on the chest. There's always exceptions to the rule, and this one is it. And another exception to the rule, I think I prefer this as a short sleeve. So I remember Roy Keane in a short sleeve in this, just looked ready to cut people in half. So yeah, for me, it's just a really strong kit.
That wasn't the shirt.
Was it not? Oh well.
No,
the eyes.
Yeah. Yeah. So there we go. 6th on the list, the Manchester United 04-06 home shirt, 33 points overall. Some good opinions on that shirt. I think the T90 template definitely does cut people in half a lot at the time. I'm enjoying collecting the shirts. Like I say, I've not managed to get this one again, so I'm looking for it. So if anyone wants to sell me one at a decent price, let me know. We'll move on. Number 5 on the list. And yeah, I'm surprised it's so high up. I'm not going to lie. Dead last for me, it is this monstrosity from Juventus. The 1920 home shirt, not a Juventus shirt for me. So I'll put it dead last. Opposite end of the scale again. He's put it top of his pile. Josh, why are you such a fan of this Juventus shirt?
Says me in a Torino shirt. I just love the message behind this one. I also love how daring Adidas were. They were like, nah, let's do it. So the story behind it, because I did a little piece on this the other month, it's on its own, it's a half and half shirt, which, Juventus aren't known for ever. But when you actually put the players together, like say if they're doing a squad shoot or something like that, those halves become stripes. So together they are the stripes. So Adidas had a really cool marketing angle where they were saying that anyone that was wearing that sort of in the stands together, obviously a lot of those shirts on their own, half and half, but together, someone standing next to you would then complement that, and then that, and then that, and that, and then it would give you the illusion of stripes. I like the fact that the pink down the middle was a reference to when Juventus first started playing, and they had the pink shirts that they nicked from Notts County. And I think for me, it was the storytelling behind it. I know I'm a sucker for sort of like Jack Anori of me football shirts, but I just like the fact that was the idea behind it. I remember Adidas were going like proper hammer and tong at that, saying this is the reason we've designed it to bring you all together. And at first I was a bit sort of like, oh God, that doesn't look really good. But now I adore it. And I'm trying to get hold of it. I know it's quite easy to get now as it used to, but I'm after one with player fit ones. But no, one of the first times I think they used the new badge as well, the new J. I just really do like it for the reasons I've just mentioned.
Yeah. So Josh's story, basically, you're not buying a football shirt, you're buying a jigsaw piece, is what I'm taking from that.
I guess
it's a cool story.
It is.
Definitely. So we'll go to you, Sunshine, on this one. You had it fourth, so you've got it in the top half of your shirts.
I like it. I mean, I'll be honest, that picture at the back doesn't do it justice. It looks uneven, but listen, I can appreciate effort and I can appreciate people trying to be different. When I first saw it, I did go, ooh. And then I started to analyze it and I was like, as a kit, as you can see, it's not great, but the shirt itself, if they'd have had black shorts, with a pink Adidas logo, something like that, and then maybe a pink stripe around the rim of the socks, where the socks are either black and white, and however which way. There you go. Yeah, I think it's just too much white for the whole kit. I'll be honest, it is, but a little bit more black shorts I think would have been better for me. But again, the shirt when it came out, I loved it. The first thing my honest was like, wow, this is different. And it actually made me want to look at it and go, oh, I wonder if other Adidas kits are following the same suit, because sometimes there's like a pattern with some teams. Yeah. You could look at Arsenal and whichever else, it's like similar. I didn't see one like this, and I thought it made Juventus look special. And I appreciate it. I didn't know the story as well behind it, but now you're saying that, it makes it even better for me. So it's not going to be as high. It wouldn't go up my list based on that story, but it would definitely cement that place there, because I was iffing and throwing with this one and the United shirt. So yeah, I'm happy to have this a fourth.
Cool. Sean, you had it 6 on your list. We'll just get your night out rating on this one, mate. Let us know.
Night out, I'd give it an 8 or 9, but as a football shirt, it's not great. 10. Well, yes, 6 out of 10 would be alright as a football shirt, but if I'd not known it was Juve, if someone just said there's a football shirt, I'd have said it was decent. But in my mind, it's a Juve shirt, and that's not why I imagine a Juve shirt to be. So I was a little bit biased there as well. I put it a lot lower than it would have been. And I'm not a fan of the sponsor either. That's what you're getting from me.
It looks cheap, doesn't it?
Yeah. We'll come to you then, James, because you had it 8. What are the reasons?
Yeah, I wasn't aware of the story, like Josh has said there, which obviously does add to it and the background of it. Not a fan of the pink stripe down the middle, although again, I get it. I get the reasons behind that as well. For me, I'm a sucker for tradition. I prefer the older badge, and yeah, I would have liked to have seen some stripes. A bit more pinstripe.
I imagine that big block out there you're not a fan of as well.
No, and yeah, it happens a lot for teams like Juve, teams like Newcastle. If they are going to wear sort of alternating colours throughout the kit, in Europe you have to it has to be blocked out, doesn't it? Again, it's stupid, but there's the rules. So yeah, I don't like that on the back. It does throw it a little bit. Quite like the just 3 stripe stops on the shoulders, but yeah, for me it's not a classic kit by any stretch. And to be honest, just again going off what Josh has said, it's not really one that I would probably collect either. I don't think it's one that I would be looking out for.
Yeah. Okay, finishing off on this one then. Paul, you had this third on your list. Give us
I
your
like it.
thoughts.
I like it. But I like it because it's controversial and because it's disruptive. That's probably the main. Like, if I was a fan of Juventus, I might be a bit peeved. But as a fan of a football jersey, I'd buy it and I'd collect it. I like the sponsor. I like the layout. I like the story behind it. I like the team photo story. If I was a fan, I might be a bit cynical of that marketing shoved down my neck. But overall, they're quite limited, I suppose, with certain teams, in what kind of creativity they can have. So sometimes I think the design needs to break out to come back in more traditional afterwards. So I like it for those reasons.
Wicked. So there we go. Fifth on the list, middle of the road, Juventus 1920 home shirt with 34 points overall. We'll move on to the next shirt on our list, coming fourth with 35 points. I'm really surprised it's come so high up. Not a fan of this template. Eighth on my list is the 2016 Portugal home shirt. Obviously, the reason I put this in there is obviously it's when he won the Euros with his national side. We will start off with, let's start off with you, Sunshine. You had it third on your list, mate.
Yeah.
You're a fan of this, then, I take it.
Yeah, 100%. Again, I look at the color of Portugal. You see the bold red originally on the shirt, but it's the burgundy for me. I don't know what it is. The material that they've done, it's a nice switch to what they've originally had, in my opinion. Normally, it's either all one color or all not. But the green bits on it, it's not overpowering. It just brings it all together. And I think if you're going to have something on a shirt that stands out, then, having the sleeves like that is quite daring. And when you saw the players wearing it, in my opinion, I thought it was great. I thought it was absolutely great. It fitted well. It looked well. The long sleeve was much better, in my opinion. I do prefer the long sleeve. That shade in red, it's bold, it's strong, it's powerful, and for Portugal, it's hard to just not have just red and green basic. So to switch it up in the way that they have, there we go. Look at that. I love it, man. And I love the green. It's just, I don't know what it is. It's just the sleeves for me. It just looks so dominant and strong. It's like it says a warrior. Like it looks like a warrior's shirt. I'll be honest. So yeah, I personally love it. I can't find exactly all the words that I would like to gas this shirt up. But I genuinely love that shirt a lot.
Yeah, two people that would agree with you. They had it one place higher than yourself. Was Sean and James. We'll start with you, James. Second on your list, mate.
Yeah, I prefer the long sleeve. I said there. If you look at the first image you put, it looks like crushed velvet on the sleeve. I don't know why it looks so different now on screen. But yeah, I just really like it. I like it. Obviously, we're talking about Ronaldo. Certainly, with my physique, it wouldn't work. But as a skin tight fit, as that sort of athletic look, it's a really good fit as well. And I just prefer it to the other Portugal kit. I know a few of you ranked the other one much higher than this one, but for me, I prefer this one. Certainly, it's a long sleeve, and very much Ronaldo. Again, just being him and sort of quite iconic. Obviously, as part of that squad that won. So, yeah, for me, that's why it scored quite high. Do like the green on the socks as well. There's a good touch with that if we're talking about the full kit.
Definitely. Lucy will be in touch again. Don't be saying Sean,
I'll keep Lucy quiet. I'll turn her Wi-Fi off.
I find that hard to believe, mate. Second for you as well, then, Sean. So yeah, tell us why you like it so much.
Yeah, I think it's the action shot with Ronaldo. It looks almost regal, doesn't it? And I think Ronaldo suits looking that way a little bit. As much as I don't really like him that much, he's the GOAT. And it was the kit they won the Euros in. Sigurdsson in the background there, isn't it?
Don't mention him.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there, Sean. Move on.
Don't mention him.
Yeah, like James said on the first pitch, it does look velvety and like a crown's cushion almost. Yeah, I think it's the best out of the 10. It's second best out of the 10 as well.
Okay.
Night out rating 9.2, 92%.
9.2.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Paul, we'll come to you, mate. You had it 6, so just under halfway. Yeah, let us know your thoughts on this one as well.
Yeah, that era was for me now, looking back, the calm before the storm, before the kind of kit renaissance, before I get into football kit box, before the kit community, before the kit designers, Caversham United, before the whole industry sort of blossomed and we're sitting here today. We had that shit, you know what I mean? And it's iconic. Yes, they won the Euros. Yes, it looks good as a full kit. Yeah, it looks a little bit better long sleeve, and yeah, he does look like a warrior. And the taping survived, actually. Nothing else has survived in Nike, and the side taping was that's, I think, the first time we saw it. But like the England kit in that template, I think looks a bit wishy-washy, and overall, yeah, I just don't think there's enough going on for me to rank it any higher.
Yeah, fair enough, mate. Someone I definitely going to agree with you, because it was the bottom of the pile for him. The diva of the kit world, it was Josh.
Yeah, no, I agree. Obviously, and no, I think it's a bit sort of like wish-washy. I also agree that part of this particular template was used throughout all of Nike's sort of international teams. I mean, England's, I remember, had sort of like, I think it was white, but like a really sort of like light
dirty
blue
grey or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. And I think they were trying to sort of like give it that sort of contrast, weren't they? But I mean, I was looking on Nike's website, because they do like a really nice write-up of it, and they did like a vapor knit version of it, which had sort of like geometric, almost like abs in like this different sort of like material, which isn't shown on that, which adds an extra element to it. It's also got a raised badge, almost looks like silicon or TPU, which makes it look really nice actually. But I don't think I was a fan of the actual template itself. And like you said, not a lot really survived from it. I think it's the panel in here. If it was maybe all just one, I maybe would like it better. But yeah, I wasn't a fan of this template. And again, one person's number 1 shirt is another one's number 10 shirt, and I don't really think that that's something that should be contested.
Yeah, fair enough. So there we go. Number 4 on the list, the Portugal 2016 home shirt, where Ronaldo finally won an international tournament with Portugal at the Euros. 35 points overall. So we are getting to the top 3 now. The automatic qualification for the Champions League. Coming 3rd in the list with 42 points, bit of a jump up, is this shirt. It's the 2012 to 2013 Real Madrid 3rd shirt. Yeah. I picked this one mainly because of the game. I think it was the first time he played Manchester United. After going to Real Madrid, he scored in the Bernabeu. Absolutely cracking header. And I think he also score at Old Trafford as well.
Yeah.
And it's obviously
2 yards out, wasn't it?
Yeah. He's also known for the Nani red card, which was a shocker. Was it that, or was that? It was the Nani red card, wasn't it? Yeah. So this is why I chose this one. So looking through our list, Sean. No, Sean. Yeah, we'll go with you, mate. You put it top of your pile. 1 or 2 people to do so. Why is this the best shirt of the bunch for you, mate?
I think it was the Modric goal that I remember well, that put him in the lead, didn't it? Or did he equalise against you? I like the colour as well, and it's like an 80s almost superimposed background, isn't it? The stripes, almost like an old England shirt, if you know what I mean. It's got a very 80s, late 70s, early 80s vibe on the kit there. Yeah, I like the green.
Nice that rating.
9.
No, fair enough.
That's a no comment in Germany. That
Second person to put it first as well was Sunshine. So yeah, how come you've put it first as well, mate?
Just look at it, man. Look at that. That's sex. That's like sex levels. That's like just zoom in.
You're wearing this to bed. Never mind a night out. You're wearing this to bed.
100%, mate. Listen, Mrs. on the couch. That put a pillow inside the shirt. Next, it's good. Game over. Listen, I'll be honest. This not only the color, yeah, and I'm a big sucker for the color. I take a lot into consideration. I look at Real Madrid. I look at their away kits, and I remember that blue one that they had and the purple one. And I was like, oh, you're just begging it. Like you just have to have a third kit, so you just put a different color on it. Yeah. This one is the first time I've seen a kit where they've actually manufactured it to the T. Like if you look at the shoulders on the front, I don't know if you got the picture on there. If you look at the stitching that separates the chest and the shoulder, it's so perfectly lined. And I know when you pull that on, that's going to fit your shoulders perfect. No matter what your physique is, guys, yeah? Like, look, you see it there. This shirt will give you pecs, no problem. That's fine. Look at that, perfect. And it cuts just under arm, so you get a bit of a bicep. You're good. Do you know what I mean? And then you look at the lines down there and the way they just shine just differently. Like, normally you see lines, yeah, like you can just tell it's all, it's all one. Go to the top, you can see the light hits it from different angles. Just a perfect reflection. Like this for me, this kit and this shirt, the whole strip, just is beautiful. I absolutely love this kit. And for Madrid standards, this was up there as one of the best, in my opinion, that I've ever seen. So I just had to put it first. It's just beautiful, absolutely amazing.
Fair enough. We'll move on quickly. We'll give Sunshine a little time alone with his shirt while we'll get some other opinions, I think.
Cheers. Just going to turn my camera off, guys. Bear with me.
Yeah.
He's on his OnlyFans later.
Please mute as well. We don't want the noises as well, mate.
I want to watch.
Hey.
6 for me in my list. It's a nice shirt. I've got bad memories on it. Obviously, that Champions League tie. Still haunted by that red card for Nani. So that's why it goes a little bit lower for me, but I agree. It's a very, very nice shirt. James, you also had it 6. Tell us why.
Yeah, I do like the colour. Yeah, why did I score it 6? I guess it would just be in terms of other kits that were there. Much prefer it as a long sleeve as always. Badge in the right position. I mean, it ticks a lot of boxes. Collar's quite nice. The sponsor isn't too in your face. Do like the sort of the subtle pinstripe, sort of almost the shiny pinstripe on there as well. I just think it was just a case of me preferring other kits, and that's why I ranked it where it is, to be honest.
Yeah, fair enough. Paul, middle of the road for you in 5th.
Yeah, again, simple, kind of there's an elegance about it. I agree with Sunshine. The color is perfect. What is it? Bottle green? What, do we know what the official color is?
I'll find out for you.
Yeah, Josh would know.
The small little details, the collar. It's nicely put together. Loose marks maybe for the break in the stripes, but that's probably a sleeve patch thing. And again, I don't like B-Win. I don't like that's gambling kind of sponsors or whatever. And it just looks. I think it detracts from the overall shirt. That's probably why I left it middle of the road.
Yeah, agreeing with you. Putting it 5th was also Josh as well, mate.
We're starting to synchronize, Josh. I feel like completely extreme at the start.
Oh, we are good. That green is I woke up in the middle of the night and couldn't get back to sleep again. Green sort of thing. Yeah, that's what that is. I don't know. I think it almost looks like emerald. A bit of an emerald green.
Yeah.
Kind of. It does look regal. Does look royal. Reminds me a little bit of Palmeiras as well. Some of their shirts. Like that green. I think that's very much reminiscent of that. pretty sure that's not what they were going for, but it's what it reminds me of. A lot of design elements going in there. I do like a pinstripe, and they've got pinstripes. They've got the paneling. They've obviously got the 3 stripes, which is iconic for them as well. You've got there's quite a lot going on. However, it does look all unified because the green flows throughout. I really do like this shirt. And to be honest with you, I think I should have put it higher. Actually, the sponsor is non-offensive, even though it, we know what it is. But as an actual image and how it complements the kit, I think it works well and it blends in, and it's all the same unified white. So yeah, I think it's really nice.
Awesome. So yeah, there we go. We've all had a turn, haven't we? We've all said our piece on that one.
Yeah. I think Sunshine's just looking up the colour, but we'll come back to that if we need to.
I hope
I'm trying to find it.
I hope he's just not looking at the colour, not just looking at pictures of players in that shirt.
Hey,
Save the camera roll. Save the camera roll. Save the camera roll. Yeah.
None of the players. The shirt alone. Yeah. No. Don't need no players. No human needs to be inside this beautiful shirt.
Quickly moving on then. So there we go. Third on our list, 42 points. The Real Madrid, 2012 to 13, third shirt. Coming up a lot higher than I thought it would, even though it is, like I say, a very, very nice shirt. So we'll move on. Top 2, just missing out on winning the league with 43 points. These 3 shirts were all separated by 1 point, which is testament to how good they are, or how differently we all ranked them, I guess. I think it should have come first. It was first on my list. It is this absolute beautiful Manchester United 07 to 09 home shirt. The last shirt Manchester United had for 2 seasons. Won the Champions League in it. That's obviously why. And I think it was when Ronaldo became the best player in the world, winning the Ballon d'Or for the first time. So it's why it's here. The scores are pretty even. I've got to start with him because as a United fan, I'm disgusted. And he knows I'm coming to him. He knows I'm coming to him. 9th in his list. Sunshine, tell me what's gone wrong, pal. What's happened?
I mean, it's the most basic thing I've ever seen. The kit is so lucky that we had such an iconic season in it. If you think about it, this kit is it's ugly. It's plain. It's when it came out, it was the red. Just they changed the palette of the red. That was it. I was like, oh, this is nice. It's like more like a burnt orange red in that respect. Not to the degree, but it was darker. To be plain and basic, and I was just like, on the back, it turned out it's got like 2 little stripes, and I liked the back because it complemented the number. I liked it, and you got the images of Ronaldo in it, and he had a great season in it. So all the nostalgia that's attached to the shirt is amazing. But I remember, and I said to you, I would judge fairly. The kit itself, let's be honest. What are those lines doing there really? And it looks nice with the thing, but what's it there for? Like what's it trying to? It's just pointless. It's like it's basic on the front, and if you turn it over, like you see, like the Ronaldo had the Ronaldo green one, it had the pinstripes down. This has got like another kind of imprint in, like when you used to go and big up my fellow Turkish people. What I used to go Turkey to go get the things, and had that little writing. Like, look at it, man. What is that? We deserved. That season deserved a better shirt. The Golden Premier League badge looks better than the whole shirt. That is disgusting. And literally, that was why I put it 9th above the Madrid one. To me, that is all over the place. That is disgusting. I'm sorry.
I'm getting a bit scared.
I'm sorry. It's disgusting. I love the shirt, but in terms of the nostalgia to it, probably our best ever era under Fergie, but the shirt's disgusting, man.
Fair enough, mate.
It's like a Kevin Keegan rant now, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll just say quickly, good thing about those stripes, if you're not a fan, after 10 washes, they'd be gone anyway, mate, so you don't have to worry about that. Well known for not being a great part of that kit. Firstly, I love it. The black one from that first season, 07-08, is probably one of my favourite away shirts of Manchester United ever. I think it was beautiful and very underrated. James, opposite end of the scale for you. You had it first, similar to me. Is it just down to the nostalgia, or is it actually a nice kit? You tell us.
Bit of both, really. Bit of both. Obviously, I remember some amazing players that we had that would have worn that shirt and not just Ronaldo. I do like the back that we mentioned, obviously with the lines down the back, sort of through the centre, that stop for the name and number. Really like that on the back. I think, again, perhaps the stills don't do it justice, but when you see it in real time, obviously the players wearing it, it's a really, really good kit, I think. Got no complaints really with it, other than, I mean, I did mention the boxing of the AIG previously on the white shirt that came up, but the badge that's around the United crest on this is much more subtle because I think it's red. But I like this kit. Obviously, I mean, in recent times, I've not been able to look at a shirt with fond memories, but with this one, certainly do. It's quite understated. I think sometimes kit makers of United can get caught up in the history of it and say, well, this represents this from the club, and when they were called Newton Heath, and when they were called this, and when they had John from down the road who played for them and he wore this sort of, like, sometimes they can get bogged down in that too much, and I just think it's quite understated, but it comes across really well for me personally.
Yeah, absolutely fine. Yeah, so the remaining three of you all put it fourth on your list. You're all syncing up nicely with that. We'll start with you, Josh, on this one. Yeah, fourth for you.
Yeah, I think it's a strong United kit. I think it's not obviously the best United kit. I didn't realise when you zoomed in, but it has that subtle pinstriping, which I quite like. I know that their AIG was synonymous for being cracked, wasn't it? Like you said, it didn't really stand any sort of test of time, which was a bit of a shame. Also, it's really sort of quite strange how the back of a shirt's got more features than the front, almost. Also, with the number, if it's not a number which is centralized, like for instance, if that was an 8, it would look obviously a little bit better. The fact that it's a 7 kind of makes it all look a bit off skew. I quite like that it's there to sort of like, you know, almost like a frame almost. It's an okay shirt. It's just a red shirt, isn't it? I think is kind of what I think we're all saying, which is Man United, of course. But I don't think it's something that, you know, is going to sort of blow people's minds and make people remember that certain game for that particular shirt. No, not strong, but. Again, I don't think that out of the ones you gave us, that was probably one of the better home shirts I saw.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Paul, fourth for you as well. You echoing a lot of the thoughts already said, or?
Yeah, the reason it wasn't higher because it is, I suppose, really iconic shirt. I have this one myself with Vidic on the back, but not in great condition. And I've had a few of them through the doors, and again, the stripes missing just annoys me. You know, it just annoys me. Like, it's so easy. To spend an extra few cents to make a quality kit. Like, you shouldn't have, you know, the top clubs shouldn't have little kind of foibles like that. I think it's not really fair on the fans. And yeah, just a little bit conservative. Like, the thing, I think there must be some brief with United shirts, like, to be err on the side of conservatism with the home kits. You know, they often seem to be, you know, understated or and a lot of them turned out to be quite classy afterwards, you know, which is a sign of a good kind of fundamental design, and that has elements of it, just not maybe one of their strongest ever, but yeah, it was a great era as well, and some unbelievable results in it. Like, you know, seeing that forward line at that time was we don't know how good we had it.
We don't. No, you're absolutely right. Sean, we'll finish off. Sunshine. Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Update for your coloured green shirt. Yes, it's taken me a while to copy it because Adidas has always been lazy. It's just in brackets green, but it's actually a mixture of Dartmouth green and artichoke with a K green, with the metallic tint, and it would be dark artichoke green if you mean specific.
Artichoke.
Very nice.
Wow. Yeah. So
you should work for Dulux, you.
And Dartmouth green. Lovely. Yeah, there you go, guys.
Brilliant. Sean, fourth for you as well. We'll finish off with you on this one, mate. What you think?
Yeah, it's an okay kit. It's an inferior version of the white one. Again, I like the frame of the AIG, like the pinstripes and the shield around the crest. Yeah, I wouldn't wear it on a night out. Never wear red.
Of course. Oh, so there we go. Second on the list, 43 points. It's the Manchester United 07-09 home shirt. So only one shirt has beaten it, and it came in only by 1 point, 44 points out of a total 60. And it is the shirt that got him the move to Manchester United. It is. I did put this down wrong to you guys, so I do apologise. I put it down as the 02-03. It was actually the 03-04 shirt. It's a shirt he wore in the pre-season friendly that had all the Manchester United players sort of begging Fergie to sign him up. As you know the story, or you should know the story. It was quite high on everyone's list. No one put it past third. Second for me, I think it's a beautiful shirt. Reebok, them stripes, absolutely brilliant. Sponsor's nice. I'm sure we're going to hear lots about that. Paul, we'll start with you, mate. You had it second on your list, similar to me. Tell us why.
Yeah, well, hoops, when green away hoops, when they're done well, Like Celtic have had, a lot of classics through the years, Shamrock Rovers and Sporting Lisbon. Yeah, they're the three teams you associate, I suppose. Well, I do. Maybe you guys don't associate Shamrock Rovers, but yeah, and I just loved that story when I heard it. I could imagine the excitement on the bus, and I can imagine looking back on it now, how exciting it was for him and for them. And it was the time his career took off to the next level. So yeah, I can only imagine him as a little whippersnapper, nutmegging John O'Shea and the lads trying to kick him and not getting anywhere near him. It's a great part of his overall story, and the kit itself is lovely. Love the Reebok logo. The sponsor, I think, looks really cool on it. The full kit together with the stripes on the socks. Yeah, it just looks great. Looks like a proper European kit, doesn't it?
It does. It really does. I said no one had it past third, and then I've missed off someone that had it dead last on their list. I've got to come to him because I need to find out why.
I was nearly sick when you said everyone put it high up when I put it last.
Wow. Well, we know who the culprit is then.
You should have known. Sean, you put it dead last, mate.
I'm not a fan of Reebok. It looks it's just ugly. The sleeves, how they don't match. It's like you've lost a pair of socks in the wash. If you can imagine that. The sponsor, I don't get the sponsor. Just looks. I don't even know who they are. PT. Not that I need to know who they are, but it just looks ugly. It just doesn't look good for me. And that as well for the back. I'm not seeing the back. It's even worse.
I sent it to you. I did send it to you. So.
Oh well, I'm glad I didn't look at the back. I'm really not a fan of it. And the back almost looks League One style, doesn't it, with the name on the bottom and the bits and bobs everywhere. Yeah, I don't like it.
All right, that's absolutely fine.
Like Paul said, there's a lot of better teams with hoops out there. Yeah, they do it well.
Fair enough. That's absolutely fine. Sunshine, we'll get back up to the positive points. We'll leave the negative behind. Second for you as well, mate.
Yeah, very, very close second. I've got to be honest.
Yeah.
Very close second. Obviously, you know how much I raved about the Madrid artichoke and, artichoke green.
Oh, he's just you
know what I mean? Listen, knowledge is power, my people. Yeah, listen.
I think you're gearing up for St. Patrick's Day with all the green, man.
I'll be down there, mate. I'll come see you. We'll drink to that, no problem. Listen, I love, for many reasons, that era, shirts were massive, they were baggy. And if you had little quick players and they were sledded, they were skinny, it was just, I don't know if you used to watch the NBA back in the day where everything used to be dead big and hangy. I liked it personally. But to the actual detail, so someone okay? I heard an unpleasant noise. Like, fair play to you, whoever that was. But yeah, I'm meant to do this right now. Right, there we go. Game face, we're in. So yeah, the detail of it. If you actually look at the logo, their sponsor, it's not often you get many good sponsors. Now, if you look, forget the 00 and the PT, the boxes around it and the lines actually help the lines more on the green. At the back, it stands out a little bit more. And if you look at the socks on the main, the full kit of Ronaldo, it actually brings out the shirt more. So the stripes, they're very bold on the socks. The stripes in its entirety make you go wow, because everything's bold and big. The juicy big stripes. I love it. I think it's probably one of the best kits that I remember from that era that I really enjoyed to see. Maybe because we were getting Ronaldo. Maybe because I really enjoyed watching him absolutely just dazzle our team. But look, for me, the black bold print of the sponsor really does help the stripes, and I think it's a most authentic, natural kit of that era. If you had to say, give me a kit that represented, 02, 03, 04 season, you'd have to pick one of these up. I looked at Bolton, and they were sponsored by Reebok, and they had nothing compared to. Yes, I know there's stripes, but I just think, for me, this is one of the best shirts I've actually seen by Reebok for me, 100%.
Right, great opinion there. That's absolutely you bob on for me. I fully agree with you. James, one place lower for you in third.
Yeah, I think Reebok should do more football shirts and football kits. I can only think of Bolton, maybe. Anyone else that I'm missing recently in recent years?
Liverpool.
Yeah.
Well,
Liverpool.
Other than that, but like
West Ham.
West Ham as well. I remember, like, you've talked about baggy kits. JJ Okocha in like a really baggy kit as he's sort of nutmegging everyone left, right, and centre. Love this kit. I remember him playing on the left, and just I think it was like on MUTV or something. Sort of one of those pre-season tournaments. Just I like it. I really like the kit. I like the maybe not so much the back, but I do like the just the way it's all set up really with Reebok and how they've laid it out. Really nice kit for me. So I've not really got anything too negative to say about it, to be honest.
Yeah, no worries. Just quickly before we finish off with Josh, it's strange that they put Reebok and the Reebok logo on the numbers. I just noticed that now. One or the other for me. Not that it's not going to knock it down or anything, but I prefer just the Reebok logo at the bottom would have sufficed on that one. Josh, let's finish off with you. The mate, similar to James, you had it third. Tell us what you thought of this Sporting Lisbon effort from Reebok.
Yeah, no, I like Reebok. I think they brought out some really nice designs. I think that the actual shirt itself could, have its arguments which they've already had. It could be conceived as ugly, in the sense that the sleeves don't match up totally with the lines on the actual front. It also kind of reminds me sometimes of when you see like a Sunday League team that have bought a really nice template shirt which looks nice, and then they just whap a local sponsor on it, and it looks awful, like Paul's Tools, that looks like something like that. You know what I mean? Like they've just whacked it on. It doesn't really fit with it. You can tell it's not even. It literally looks like it's just been slapped on, which is unfortunate. But I guess it's not something that they were really thinking of at the time. It's just pop that on there. I just think it's iconic as well, simply because Ronaldo. If Ronaldo hadn't played for Sporting Club. I got told off for saying Sporting.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Yikes.
Like if Ronaldo hadn't played for the club at that time, I don't think it would get the sort of level of exposure that we're getting right now. So he's the one that made that one. As a full kit as well, because I know we're looking at a full kit ensemble. Yeah, there's the hoop socks. I'm a massive fan of hoop socks. I think it adds a lot to an actual full kit. I do like the back, actually. I quite like the whole fact that it's been just splattered on there, and Reebok have just took every single chance they have to promote their brand. I think it's worthy of 3 just because it's the one which people need to know more about. I think because they're all he's all Man United centric, whereas Sporting Club's where he started off.
Yeah, exactly right. And it has come top of the pile for us on this episode, ranking 10 of the best or worst, however you want to look at it, shirts from Cristiano Ronaldo in his career. Coming top, 44 points, is the Sporting Club 03 to 04 home shirt. So there we go. I'll finish off as always, so you know I'm not lying. Everyone scores. There we go. And there you can see it came top of the pile. Doing my due diligence as always. So there we go. Yeah, that is this week's episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. That is 10 of the best Cristiano Ronaldo shirts. The GOAT, as many people know him as. So yeah, thanks for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed it. Before we say goodbye, we'll just go around everyone. Sunshine, thanks for dropping by, mate, and blessing us with your opinions on these shirts, mate.
No, thank you so much. It's been nice to meet the panel, of course, for the first time. I do hope to have this conversation again. It's definitely better than having talks about my in-depth talk, shall we say, about my club and where they're at. But no, honestly, really appreciated it. As you can tell, I love a collector of shirts, and you know what better to be able to grace a debut of talking shirts. With none other than the GOAT, Ronaldo. Do you know what I mean? United legend, will always forever be United's legend, and. Yeah, it's been blessed. Honestly, it's been blessed. So I really appreciate your time and your effort to have me on, guys.
Yeah, no problem. For a second, I thought when he said the GOAT, you were talking about me, but then obviously you quickly went on to Ronaldo.
Well, I can call you the GOAT of streams if you like it. I got no problem.
I mean, that's not for me to say, mate. That's not for me to say. So quickly, where can people find you? And I know you're big on the spaces on Twitter, so yeah, give yourself a plug, mate.
Appreciate that, my friend. Yeah, so as I'm going to call you Aaron and double A. Either way, sorry. Yeah, as I said on Twitter, we host Manchester United Spaces preview games, healthy debates, mature debates, no egos, just straight contextual chat about Man United and where we're going. So if you want to get involved with that, you can find me on Twitter on Sunshine47, SONSHINE, sun like the sun as in a child as opposed to sun. And if you want to test your ball knowledge at all things football, I also do a streaming every Sunday. Every 3 Sundays at the moment. It will be 4, but 3 Sundays every month where you guys can just win free football gear and literally just come and bring your knowledge. It's free to play, 8 o'clock. Again, Sunshine 47. Just put a space between Sunshine and 47 on YouTube. Have a look at a couple of the games, and we are streaming this Sunday. So if you guys are free, feel free to have a bit of in-house banter and come test your ball knowledge.
Definitely. I might find myself there.
Appreciate
Paul, from Football Kitbox, a pleasure to have you on, mate. It's been amazing. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, that was great crack now. Hopefully you can understand the accent. And my shirt wasn't too loud for you.
No, it's lovely.
Yeah,
absolutely
it's nice.
Amazing.
It's
Jealous.
the Biscayne Bay Soccer Club from South Florida, made by Oliver York. And it is the Manatee kit. So it's
he's done this before, topless, I can tell.
Save the Manatee, yeah. So
I love that.
The kit of the month for Football Kitbox. If you want to get some wild and wonderful shirts from all over the world, jump on to footballkitbox.com and see you there. Thanks a million.
Yeah, make sure you're checking them out. Yeah, really appreciate you coming on. And like I say, both of you, obviously it's first time. Hopefully, definitely not the last. We'll definitely be having you on.
Yeah, I'd love to have. Yeah, come back if you'll have me.
Brilliant. Josh, as always, the main reason most people come and watch this show, the absolute Mariah Carey of the football community.
Absolute nonsense this man talks.
Thanks for coming on, mate, as always. Massively appreciate it. Anything you need to say? You want to plug?
I don't want to say anything about me. I just wanted just to
talk.
No, genuinely, shock horror. I wanted to talk about my friend Alexander. Alexander is a founder of Football Market. Now, when I met it was through LinkedIn actually, and we did a few bits on Twitter as well. But he's looking to create a database of things to buying and selling platform with a difference really that help protect you sort of against counterfeit. Everything will be checked, verified. It'll make things easier to buy as well. There'll be no under the sort of counter deals and such. All your money will be protected. What's made it even more prominent as well is the fact that I asked Alexander back when I sort of met him, what nationality are you, Alexander? And he's Ukrainian. And I met him last year, and that meant nothing to me. I mean, obviously it meant something, but at the time, before all this had happened, I mean, it was just Alexander I knew from Ukraine. But now he's coming back with the football market, and he's trying to get it, because he went on a bit of a hiatus, and now he's back, and he's reigniting all of his social media channels. And now that means so much more to me, knowing what's going on in the world, the fact that he's actually come back and he's giving this another go. So, if I can give a shout out to the football market, FUTBOL market, MARKT, really trying to do good for football, sort of buying and selling. And if I can just give a shout out to him, I will do, because pretty inspirational guy, really.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, mate. Happy,
Absolutely.
we'll have to get him on if you can come on. We'd love to get him on and rank some kits with him. That'd be great. So yeah, make sure you go in following football market. Did you say
football market? Yeah,
football market. Yeah. Brilliant. Yeah, thanks again, Josh. As always, we're happy that you're the fourth member of our boy band on Full Kit Rankers.
Great to meet you all, Paul and Naj. Is it? I'm sorry, Mag. Is that?
Oh, mate, don't worry about it. My child man used to call me Ninja, so it's no stress.
All right.
I'll be honest with you. And she used to take me to school. So yeah, see you later, Ninja. No, I'll show up. Niji is how you pronounce it, but by all means, Sunshine 47 helps as well. So yeah.
Sean, quickly, anything you want to say?
Nice to meet you, Paul and Ninj. I don't really do social media, so this is the only time I get to meet new people about talking kits and everything. It's a good show. Nice to have you on, and nice to see you, Josh, again.
Yeah, nice
regular.
To see you, man.
The Sultan or Sultana, as you're looking like in that Torino kit.
Quickly, James, moving on. Anything you got to say?
Yeah, just very quickly, I'll plug a few things. Lafayette every Thursday, Deansgate, Manchester. I'll be hosting tomorrow night. Sold out tomorrow night, though, but there we go. Please pop along every Thursday if you can come to that. That's great. It's an award-winning comedy night that we do. Failing that, just talking kit, guys. Everything talking kit. Follow us on all the socials. Hit us up with any ideas for shows. We're expanding. We're growing. We're open to ideas and suggestions. So the more people put in, the more we can get out of it. Simple as that. So follow @Talking Kit on all the socials.
Yeah, and that's it. Yeah, I'll just reiterate what James has said. If it is your first time talking kit, do make sure you like the video. Try and get us up to 30 likes, get in the algorithms a little bit more, help us spread and grow. And subscribe. It's free to do. It helps us, and you get to see quality content from quality people like the panel tonight. We will be back next Wednesday with another Full Kit Rankers. In 2 weeks' time as well, around 2 weeks' time, we also have the brand new show, Get to Know, with myself and Ryan from Northern Ireland Classic Shirt Co. Getting to know some of the football kit community, which will be absolutely brilliant. Just spread the word, get involved, and we will see you next week for another ranking.